Infinite Dragram. You'll see it on the in the title chat. Chat. If you've seen Sword Art Online and you enjoy it, you might actually like this one. Me personally, I don't think I'll be picking this one up personally, and I say this from a position where the main character's life doesn't have too much risk in this kind of world because it's still just a game to them. However, the NPCs of the world are not immortal. The NPCs of the world will die, right? The players, if they die, they can come back after 24 or 25 hours, right? But the NPCs, if they die, they're cooked. They're dead. They're donezo. So that's the only kind of risk you kind of find with this kind of anime or with this anime. And I've seen it a few times. I've seen it a few times, and I actually like how it's set up that way in this one because the value of life is more centered around the programs. The programs can die. That's the concerning part. So if anything, the players are pretty much deities that are training to become stronger than to these programs. I really want to know what the programs think about the fact that they're programs. Do they think that they're real or what? Like, how alive are they? And that's kind of the thing that might make me want to watch this more, right? Because you see a few of these characters, like what we saw this one right here. This girl, she was like in fear for her life, right? What would happen if you tell her like, hey, you're a program? I know you're about to die, but I know you're in fear for your life, but you're a program. What do you say? What would it say? Would it say like, oh, that I know I'm a program. That's how their reality works, and they're just comfortable with it? Or would they just have a crisis of belief, like kind of thing? That's one of the things that would kind of get me to want to watch this. This anime I think came out in 2000, around the 2000s or so, a little bit earlier, early 2000s. So it's kind of a little bit far back. A little bit far back when Sword Art Online was a thing. Man, think about it, chat. There's some phases, right? There are some phases for anime. At one point, I think we're seeing the end. We saw the end phase of Sword Art Online kind of phase of games. I mean, games of anime, and now I think we're seeing the end, nearing the end of isekai animes, and going more towards anime where the main character isn't overpowered at everything. Like, very capable, but not overpowered. I'm starting to see that, chat. That's very interesting. I wonder what will be the new thing. I wonder what will be the new thing. Because at one point I was seeing all the slime, like new slime anime, right? There's a slime, there's a wolf, and then there's probably a fairy. It's all the things. I'm like, oh my goodness. I think that's, even though that does seem kind of annoying on some level, I think it's a really great idea that it happens that way because it allows room for particular taste. It's kind of like, and I know I always bring food into this, but it's a really great tool for this set out the example. Some people like hot sauce in their food. Others hate hot sauce in their food. Some people want mild. Some people want really spicy, right? So when you have like anime where they are doing that, seem like they're doing pretty much all the same thing. Well, all of them aren't for you. All of them are for everybody for the most part. And no, their goal isn't to make something for everybody. That's not the goal. And when you try to make something for everybody, you make something for nobody. That's what you see with, the Black Little Mermaid. That's what you see with, that new Snow White movie or a lot of other things. They're just, it's how it is. I kind of lost my train of thought. I went too slow. I'm sorry. It's not made for everybody. That's why there's so many different variety. Like, here's for you, that's for you, that's for you. But I think the anime, they do it in a way where they're not trying to make something for everybody, and they're not trying to ostracize anybody. They're not trying to like put someone down or belittle. They're just trying to do their own thing with a way that seems fun at the time. The next new thing that's going to be happening after, because it's a wave. It happens in waves, right? When the wave of isekais are over, I think the new wave, chat, and you can quote me on this. The new wave is going to be a very capable character. And I say very capable in the sense where the character isn't overpowered or might be overpowered, but not on everything, or even not even close to being everything. Capable as in a very overpowered side character. I think that's what's going to be the new thing. An overpowered side character. I think that's exactly what will be the next trend for anime. I think that's what that is. I will say that while I personally can't really see myself like, giving the rest of this a try, it does have that classic art style that a lot of people would like, because it's made early 2000s. I don't know, man. It's just like when the main character, I think what messes with me is that when the main character's life isn't at risk in any way, when the main character's life isn't at risk in any way, I kind of lose interest a little bit. But at the same time, it's like, I also don't necessarily want to see another Sword Art Online, right? I got to get caught up on, I finished Sword Art Online. I just need to get caught up on the others, like the other spin-offs of Sword Art Online, because those look pretty cool. I've seen little clips here and there, but man, I got to get caught up on that. I might actually do that. Anyway, chat, watch this anime if you want to see a guy get eaten. I don't know if he gets eaten. I don't think I've ever gotten to this far into the anime, but there's plenty of episodes out. I think it might actually be finished. Again, it's called Infinite Dendrogram. Yeah. Give it a try. And tell me what you think.